Welcome to Chosen Nation Sports. This is your boy Mujera Waiti, discussing the beautiful game, discussing Quinley Amount as I know it. I had to preview this huge, most anticipated game of the league season, the title decider. Some may say, the game that we all are waiting for. Manchester City versus Arsenal at the Etihad, 26th of April 2023. The master versus the student. An interesting game, I must say. It's gonna happen. Looking at Arsenal's reign, looking at Arsenal's record, past few 5 games, they've drawn 3 of them, 2 of them in winning positions to come out to the point. And the other one, they had to dig deep against the relegation threatened side just to get a point from it as well. Manchester City have been flying. They just qualified for the FA Cup final, which will be played against their arch rivals, Manchester United. They looked convincing on the day. They rested your big players with the Brennan Awasatsena. So some would say with John Stones, they've saved them for this crunch of a clash against the number one team on the log, which is Mikel Arteta's Arsenal. Will the student finally get a better one against his master? Because if you look at the record, it doesn't look nice for Arteta. It doesn't look nice for Arsenal. In the head-to-head, I wrote something down. Head-to-head, Pep has beaten Arteta 7 times, and Arteta's won just once. I think this was the FA Cup, in which the year that they won the FA Cup. That I think it was Mikel Arteta's first season, if I'm not mistaken. But since then, he hasn't been able to beat his master. Because the last fixture, I remember the one Elo ring, they missed Gabriel Jesus, which they created a lot of chances, but they couldn't win it, or they couldn't score, and they got beaten 3-1 at the Emirates. Haaland scoring as well. So a difficult game. That's why I said it's a title decider. For me, tactically, I was just speaking to Spa today earlier on, and I was like, guys, Nagel, if I was Mikel Arteta, I would just go at City. I would not wait for City to come to me, because they're very dangerous. City, as we know, under Pep, have become a ball-playing, position-based team. So if you let them come to you, they could hurt you, and they could hurt you. They could hurt you very, very, very deep, because they are the masters of ball position. They're the masters of patience. They can play 30-something passes before they can penetrate your 18 area. Balele patience. They could do that. So for me, Mikel Arteta, I tell my team, we go at them from the first whistle. We show them that we are not afraid of them. Raba Ateka. And this thing of Mikel Arteta playing Odegaard and Vieira, for me, it's not a good thing. It's not a good suggestion. You can't play two. They're almost the same players. And now you are playing against the Manchester City team that you know is going to be packed in the middle field, and you know that there's going to be quality. They're going to... it's just a predicted lineup. We know that De Bruyne is going to play, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, and you add as well John Stones. I love how he... guys, I'm a big fan of Pep's tactical brilliance. He set standards. He set standards that other people follow. Look at how now he has transformed John Stones from a centre back to a right back to now a holding midfielder. So Pep plays with 4 defenders, not 4 defenders. He plays with 4 central defenders, CDs. He doesn't play with wing play, with right back and left back. He doesn't play with them. I think it was just now at the FA Cup when he played World Cup. But if you look at past games, he was playing with a flat back four centre backs. Akanji, Diaz, Stones, and who's the other guy? Akanji, Diaz, Stones, and Laporte. Yeah, he plays with those four. Four centre backs at the back. He doesn't play with the right back. He doesn't play with the left back. So he has again changed his game. He has again changed his tactics and transitioned a back four. We are used to having a right back and a full back, but you used four centre backs. And now what he's done now with those four centre backs, he took John Stones just to play in front of the back three. So now he plays with the back three plus Stones and Rodri in the front of them, and Bernardo, Gundogan, and De Bruyne as well. So I'm telling you guys, Pep is setting standards that everyone, we're just looking at Pep's masterpiece of what, like, we're all anticipating what can he do next? What can he do next? So I think for me, Arsenal need to go at City just to have a chance of winning this game. Remember, City have got Gadaganda Kopeloga called Haaland. So for Haaland, for me, if you want to keep Haaland quiet, you need to mark De Bruyne. You need to make De Bruyne quiet. If you look at the FA Cup they played on Saturday against Sheffield United, De Bruyne was not on the field, and you could see Haaland was not as effective as he is. He did not even score a goal. He is just waiting for his first Wembley goal. So my advice to Mikel Arteta, make sure you also pack your midfield. I would play Xhaka if available, Jorginho. I would even go as far as maybe sacrificing one of the front three. But it is not a good idea because now Okoragama. But I would go as far as sacrificing one of the front three and play Jorginho, Xhaka, Partey in the middle of the park. If I have to sacrifice Odegaard or Gabriel Jesus or Xhaka Martinelli, no. Between Jesus and Odegaard, I would even sacrifice one just to pack the midfield. But you need goals as well. So okay, play for me. Play Jorginho and Partey in the middle of the park. You know they can protect your back four, and they can destroy and disturb the midfield. Their City. At least you're giving yourself a chance to compete with City. So go at them. Try to get the first goal. I know it's gonna be difficult, especially at the Emirates. But if I think that this game will be won in the middle of the park. If you lose the battle in the middle, then you've lost the game. And this, as we've said, it's a title decider. City got a game in hand. They are 4 points behind. 5 points behind Arsenal with a game in hand. So it's gonna be a tough one. Some would say maybe Mikel would go for a counter-attacking approach to the game, which might work. He's got Saka, he's got Martinelli, they've got speed. And as I've said, Pep doesn't play with the right back and the left back, so they could use that to the advantage and maybe expose the centre back someone, because it is not their natural positions at right back and left back. But you never know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let me know what you think. Who will win this title decider? Manchester City, which is the master, Pep Guardiola, or Arsenal, which is the student of Pep. So yeah, remember, until we meet again, prevention is better than cure. Don't risk it unless it's worth it. I'm out.